take another example for homology. Homology need not be seen only in animals. It is seen even in plants. For example, examine the thorn of the plant Bougainvillea and the tendril of the plant Cucurbita. They are so different in their function. Thorn is purely a protective structure, but tendril helps the Cucurbita plant to take support on another structure, another plant or another structure. So functionally they are so different, but in terms of their origin, in terms of their structure, both of them are derived from the stem. Origin is the same, structure is the same, but function is different. So this is another example of homology. Then, apart from comparative anatomy, we will now examine another situation which is called analogy. Analogy is the study of analogous organs. What are analogous organs? How are they different from homologous organs? Analogous organs are organs which are similar in function, but different in their origin and structure. Similar in function, different in structure. In homologous organs we have seen they are similar in structure but different in function. Here they are similar in function but different in their structure. For example, when we talk of flying animals capable of flying, the structures used for flight, organs used for flight, are called wings. Look at the wings of an insect, wings of a bird, and the wings of a bat. Insects, birds and bat, all of them are capable of flying. All of them have wings. Insects may have one pair or two pairs of wings. Birds and bats have one pair of wings. So they are all similar in their function. Function is to help in flight. But what about their origin? What about their structure? Structurally they are totally different. In insects, the wings are outgrowths of the exoskeleton, outgrowths of the chitinous exoskeleton. In birds, they are modified forelimbs. Whereas in bat, they are in the form of extensions of the skin supported by bones. So in structure and origin they are totally different, but in function they are all similar. What does this indicate? This indicates a pattern of evolution which is known as convergent evolution. Convergent evolution. Converging towards the same function in different groups of organisms. Therefore, this is known as convergent evolution. Then, another type of evidence from morphology comes from vestigial organs. Vestigial organs. What are these vestigial organs? Vestigial organs are organs which are found in a highly reduced non-functional state. Non-functional state. Organs or structures which are found in a highly reduced non-functional state. They are present, but they are not of any functional significance. Such organs are called vestigial organs. The presence of vestigial organs indicates that these organs must have developed efficient functions in ancestors. In the ancestors, they must have had some significant function, but in the course of evolution, they gradually lost these functions. Therefore, they are present, not totally eliminated, they are present in a highly reduced non-functional state. So, indicating that evolution from ancestral to present stage has shown this modification. Certain structures have become reduced, certain structures have become non-functional. For example, if you take the human body, according to an estimate, the human body has about 104 vestigial structures. About 104 vestigial structures. In fact, a famous biologist by name Alfred Romer describes the human body as a walking museum of vestigial structures. Walking museum of vestigial structures. To give a few examples, we have a tiny transparent membrane towards the corner of your eye, nictitating membrane. Nictitating membrane, an example of vestigial structure. It's a transparent membrane in lower vertebrates, particularly in aquatic vertebrates like fishes and amphibians. Nictitating membrane covers the eye when they are in water. As evolution of animals has taken place from water to land, nictitating membrane has lost its functional significance, and in human beings it is almost non-functional, just present as a vestigial structure. Similarly, muscles of the pinna. Look at most other mammals. They are capable of moving their external ears, pinna. The muscles are functional there. But in human beings, pinna cannot be moved, because in the course of evolution, the mechanism of hearing improved, so there is no need for turning the ear towards the source of the sound. Gradually, the muscles lost their functional significance, therefore they have become vestigial. Similarly, there is a finger-shaped structure present at the junction of the small intestine and the large intestine. It's called vermiform appendix. It is also an example of a vestigial structure. Earlier, this structure was, particularly if you take for example herbivorous mammals, this structure is long and contains bacteria which can digest cellulose. But the change of food habits in human beings has made this structure become non-functional, so it is reduced and present only as a small tiny finger-shaped structure. Similarly, in most mammals, we see the presence of a tail. All along the length of the tail, there are several vertebrae. But in human beings, in the course of evolution, tail has become totally reduced. So you see a vestigial bone, tail vertebra called coccix, indicating the presence of a tail in the ancestors, but now having become highly reduced and non-functional. So these are just 4 of the 104 vestigial structures present in the human body, indicating that evolution has taken place. In the course of evolution, there is a change of functions, therefore some organs develop better, some structures, some organs become reduced. Another situation that we see as an evidence for evolution is a phenomenon called atavism. Atavism is the sudden appearance of some ancestral characters. Sudden appearance of some ancestral characters, not characters directly inherited from the parent. Ancestral characters. For example, a baby may be born with a tail. A person may be born with a large canine, or a person may develop hairs on the face. So occasionally we see these situations: a baby with a tail, or a person with profuse hairs on the face. Ancestral characters suddenly reappearing, this phenomenon is called atavism. Also an evidence, character is present in the ancestors but not now, therefore taken as an evidence for evolution.